We heard David Quinn kind of lament not getting a point out of the game on Tuesday, a game he thought his team should have won. Boy, the lamenting will probably be a little bit more excruciating after he had to figure his team should have gotten 2 tonight.
Yeah, when you're up by 2 in the second period, you think it's going to come that way. I still like a lot of the takeaways that I take away from this hockey game. Look, you're trying to put together a core, and they're close to establishing who the core guys are going to be. But you still need support guys around that core, especially when your core is young. Phil DiGiuseppe's 27 years old, right? He had 8 hits, he had 5 shots, he had 2 assists, and I thought in the second period, when this game might have gotten turned around the wrong way, he turned it around with his energy. And if you look at Filip Chytil's goal, I love the fact he's first in on the forecheck, okay? He disrupts this play right here, and then Chytil gets to read off of it, support, second man, and you can see Howden there between the hash. But watch how he's relentless a second time. And this stirs the pot, and now Chytil can reroute himself and then get in all alone on Jari and make an amazing move. But this doesn't happen without the help of Phil DiGiuseppe. And I thought Jari did a great job here, Johnny, of staying with Chytil. And that goes to show you when you see a great goal like that I typically laugh sometimes and I say the goalie has to cooperate. Well, I thought that Jari played it well and Chytil was just that good at it. Kakko, Miller, Chytil, up the ice. Talked about this a lot in this hockey game, and you're going to see more of it over the next couple of weeks when we see Pittsburgh more. Push them back with your speed. DiGiuseppe delivers the grenade shot, and then Kakko fills in, and he's going to drive weak side post. You're going to see that a lot this year. A lot of the loose change is going weak side post. But look, back to DiGiuseppe. When the Rangers had that power play at the beginning of the second period, it was lackluster. And that was the next shift coming off of that. I thought the Rangers coming off of that power play, that game could have gone the other direction. You have one guy with a young roster that, again, he's 27, but he finds himself being a little bit older on this team. It's just nice to see because I think the failures of Buffalo and Edmonton during rebuilds, it's been because they haven't had support people like Phil DiGiuseppe.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. If you look at the stat sheet after 4 games, the team leader in assists is Phil DiGiuseppe with 4. Now, maybe he's the kind of guy who David Quinn wants to put out there because more often than not, you get an honest, straightforward, straight line shift out of him. And I think as you talked about the identity of this team, he's still trying to make that much more the identity than the east-west passing.
If you think you're going to build this team back up to where you want to go and not have the right people supporting the young guys, you're sadly mistaken. The young guys can't get too much rope where they can do whatever they want and play however they choose and go east to west on plays and be fancy. I'm telling you right now, the one thing the Rangers have done really well is they've kept their culture and they've brought people in that can help them support the message from top. It starts with management and it's got to find its way on the ice. I just like what I'm seeing right now. You don't win a game against the Devils that you should have won. And tonight, they're right there, Johnny, and I don't think they have to change a whole lot.
Yeah, but when you think about it, and you're a guy who loves to dissect, as we just saw, what goes into a particular goal being scored, boy, you could dissect a whole lot of that third period and that overtime to see where the Rangers could have scored again to either put it up to a 2-goal lead again at 4-2 or take the lead at 4-3.
I'm with you. I thought the first period was the same thing. I had 5 grade A chances in the first period. I had 5 grade A chances in the third period. They had their opportunities in overtime. It's not like we're talking about a Ranger team, especially when they got up. Let's not forget, they played the right way. When they were up by 2, they kept going for it. They didn't pack it in and try and shell up. I really like this game. I think it's a building game. It's one that they can build some more momentum off of. You're going to see Pittsburgh again on Sunday. You know, the chances in the third period set you up for that momentum. It's there.
I think one of the guys that we talked about in the pregame show, one of the guys that the Rangers wanted to see more of tonight was Adam Fox. Back with his regular defense partner in Ryan Lindgren. What stood out about Fox?
Well, again, we talked about this before the game. Why is he on the power play? Because he sends the sifter in. It's almost the death of the slap shot. Forget about the big booming slap shot from the point. You don't need it. What you need is somebody to get it through. And again, talking about getting it through the neutral zone, the Rangers did a good job on Pittsburgh. And look, they're beat up back there too. Let's not forget, Pittsburgh's pretty beat up and they're thin on the blue line. But again, I think the Rangers did a good job getting on pucks and moving it the right way and getting it into the trapezoid. The D-to-D movement here with Panarin at Fox is important because it really makes it hard on the top two guys for Pittsburgh to make decisions. And then it's the delivery from the point. But the one thing that you can't really see unless you look at the overhead view is the work that Strome did. In front of the net, there's different views that you can have with your screens. You can layer it up or you can have one guy. And what I saw was Strome went right through the eyes of Jari as the puck was coming from the point, and that's why Fox gets the goal, but it was a good net front as well.
Yeah, and the Rangers had the 3-1 lead. Late in the second period, Jaron McCann gets a gift because Ryan Lindgren went to slide the puck back to his goaltender. Instead, it slid it through him and into the net. But we talked about it at 3-2. Rangers had an opportunity to get that fourth goal to really change the complexion. And then, of course, in overtime, had chances to win the game.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. There's a lot of posts there, too. I mean, Hedl rang it. There was a backdoor east to west. There was a Buchnevich breakaway in the third period. I mean, there was chances. Like, look at this one. This one's right first, 50 seconds into the third period. Backdoor chance, breakaway chance from Buchnevich, as I mentioned. And you're looking to gain some momentum here. The power play was rolling. Zibanejad just misses his shot there. The one on Sunday he elevates, and that one doesn't get up. Look, another east to west. These are all grade A chances. And for the Rangers to press and be able to get offense like that, I'm not worried about the offense at all. I'll be honest with you. They're going to score plenty this year. If anything, they've got to pay attention to what's going on the back end. But tonight, that was a great defensive game. I mean, there really wasn't anything, Johnny. Just the one chance at the end that Shesterkin allowed, but we got to see a lot of good hockey.
Still love the 3-on-3 too.
Oh yeah, it's always going to get you up.
It was enticing, and again, both teams had great opportunities. I think the Rangers had the better of the chances, and we heard Sam and Joe refer to the word luck. Maybe luck had something to do with it, or unluck. But I really thought at one point it was going to be the Rangers winning it.
Yeah, especially when it was close to the net. D'Angelo had the pass that just missed, and Buchnevich had more opportunities. Look at this Hedl chance.
That one.
Oh my God. I mean that keeps you up at night. But again, I thought the chances were there. I don't like that one from Phil there. He's got to make a play at the net there. Pass off pad from Tight maybe. This is the one I was talking about with Strome and D'Angelo, and Buchnevich was there. It got close. Gensel had a breakaway that Shesterkin made a nice save on. Some more east to west. You got to say that they're really close in overtime. It's unfortunate it's got to go to a skills competition, and that's how this one ends. But still better than just having a tie like they used to have 20 years ago.